guys, happy New Year's Eve. We're gonna be making a sancocho today, and I know everybody gets scared when they hear the word sancocho and be like, oh, I don't know how to make that. Sancocho is like one of the easiest things to make, and I'm gonna walk you guys through it step by step. I already pre-seasoned my meat, which I'm using ribs, chicken thighs, chicken drumsticks, and I am also using chuleta ahumada. So I'm gonna show you guys everything I'm doing. I made my sofrito, so I literally just use the seasoning I use for like the meats for the sancocho, and that's it. And you guys are gonna see everything. This might be in Spanglish, so un chin de español, un chin de inglés. Stay until the end so you guys can see the results. Alright guys, so let me walk you through how I make my sancocho. I first started with my meat seasoned already that I had seasoned like that morning off. I was using some ribs and some chicken thighs and chicken drumstick, and then what I do, I actually cook them separate. Like I put the chicken on one side and then the ribs on one side, because the chicken actually cooks way faster than the ribs, so I kind of cook it and then just leave it on the side. I like to add auyama to the ribs so it could like, you know, like give it color. So I add it now a little bit, and then I add water as it cooks. You guys are gonna see me adding water little by little so the ribs could be nice and tender. These are smoked neck bones. I never really knew what this was. I just used to see my mom put this in all the time, and it gives it like that smoked flavor a little bit, not too much. And I also add a little bit more of water. Like I said, you're gonna see me adding water a little bit all the time. This is very key for the sancocho. This is whole allspice. This is gonna give it that soup taste. I don't know if you guys, I know some people use this for like sweet stuff, but we use this for the sancocho. Then I'm gonna add the chuleta ahumada. Usually I add this at the beginning, but I didn't want it to like break apart, so I added a little later. Now I'm adding like a lot of water because the auyama ya está desbaratada, so I'm gonna keep adding more and more water. This is like, you're gonna need to add a lot of water to your sancocho, because like once it's like the meat is done, you're gonna have to start like adding more and more water. But guys, like I promise you, it's not that bad. You guys see a lot of the allspice here. I put about like 10 to 15 of them, I would say. I honestly do not do measurements. I just kind of eye it and see how much I will be putting in there. I'm gonna be adding some salt. You guys are definitely gonna need salt. And then once it starts boiling, I'm gonna start putting like all my veggies in here. I always start with the corn because the corn is what takes the longest to cook. This time I actually add the plátanos and the yuca to it, but I should have waited a little bit more. I should have gave the corn a little bit longer to cook and then add the plátanos and the yuca, because then at the end I had to take out some of the yuca because se estaban desbaratando. This is also key for the sancocho. This is cilantro ancho. You could find this in like some in a lot of the supermarkets. I know my mom got this for me at the Dominican supermarket because I couldn't really find it around me. And then that chicken that I cooked earlier, I am adding it now when it's almost ready, because you don't want to put the chicken in there for too long porque se te va a desbaratar. Y esa agua donde se hirvió el pollo, you definitely want to keep that, because that's going to give it that like chicken taste. I don't add any chicken bouillon or sopita or adobo to my sancocho. I do it all natural. I season my chicken and my ribs with like homemade sofrito that I had made. And then at the end, when it's like boiling, I'm going to add a lot of cilantro, bell peppers, and onions, just to give it like that flavor. But you guys don't see me adding any oils. I don't add any sopita, any chicken bouillon, none of that. Like, this is very natural and very healthy. So guys, that's what I'm gonna recommend you guys. Do your sazon before, like blend all the seasonings and then like season your meat, and with that sazon you guys are gonna be set. You don't have to add anything else. I add the potatoes and the auyama at the end because those are the ones that are like the fastest, so I didn't want them que se desbaratara tampoco. So guys, this is my sancocho. Pretty simple. It came out amazing. Like, you guys don't need to go crazy about making sancocho. Like, it's super easy. Like, all you need is a huge pot, throw everything in there, and you guys are gonna be good. I let it boil for a little bit, and this was my end result. Everybody loved it. Everybody loves my sancocho, and I don't make it as often as I should because it is a lot of work, don't get me wrong. But when I do make it, I am eating sancocho for like the next week straight with arroz.